Hi, welcome to another episode of fixing on my truck. It's not really broken, but just bothers me. Today, sound system. Tomorrow, everything. Wait, you missed the magic. Magic's over. Magic can't happen. You cut off magic. No more magic.
Do we have the speakers out here? So for this morning, we're going to be taking out his stock speakers. There's one in each of the front doors and then one in the panel behind the back door.
Front doors is easy, as you can tell in our last video.
We don't know what we're doing.
So if you like to follow along to give us hints on how to be better at generally everything we do, please subscribe, comment, tell me how stupid I am. There's a lot of material there.
Oh, I'm sure you can find at least one thing to comment on per video that Jarrett does that's stupid. So that's where we'll start.
And if we're doing electrical, you have infinite possibilities with Matt.
Yeah.
Have you seen his PVC headlight job? So again, you've got 7mm here. Oh, wait, that's tight. And you just have to pop that little
Cover.
It's supposed to be a light in here, I think. Though I don't have a light. I have a hole where a light should go. Gray. Green. Not going to remember any of that. I just know it in my head. So you didn't see the other part of the last video of me doing the passenger side mirror by myself. It was not fun. Not fun at all. But they don't need to see my face. Don't tell them this, but occasionally Matt's good to have around. As you can see, this is a very difficult procedure. Luckily, I don't think anyone's going to be like, well, why are you upgrading the speakers in your truck? Aren't they good enough? Are stock speakers ever really good enough?
Should we do a comparison? Probably not.
Nope. Just suffice it to say, you can see the look on my face and be like, oh, well, he looks a lot happier. So on these Fords, the Ford stock speakers, they lied to us. It's made in Mexico. If you can see that. Yeah, there you go. But they have, most aftermarket speakers just have like a positive and a negative. The Ford hooks up with just that to make.
So as I briefly showed earlier in this video, we're going with the JBL Club 8622F. So these should be plug and play, correct?
Well, once I have where's the wiring kits? So I bought my stuff from Crutchfield, so they went ahead and sent me the wire connectors. Ooh, ooh. This hooks to the speaker. Luckily, it's kind of foolproof. Big one. You're gonna see up my nose again. Big goes on big. Small goes on small. So, connect the little speaker harness thing before you attach it to the speaker. Again, a lot of material here to criticize if you want. Okay, so now that I've learned to do this first, let's try it. Huh. That is an interesting angle for these things to be in. But you know what? I'm not going to judge. Because that's not what we do here. Alrighty, that's one done.
So here's our broken connector, which Jarrett said there's literally one way this will slide in. Not like that. Like that? Yeah, like that. And the little clip on the back that's supposed to hold it is broken. So I went ahead and I have my soldering iron over here. and some electrical solder. And we're just going to go ahead and like backfill this back spot. There's no risk of it going over and touching because they have independent channels, so we're not going to get any crossover or anything like that. But all I'm going to do for a moment is figure out a way to secure this so it's like sitting like this, with it up and down, and then just drop some solder on the back side there. Okay, so I just took a couple clamps here and just kind of made something to kind of hold it so it's not going to fall all over the place. And then we'll see. I know my tip to my solder is a little dirty, but yeah, it's not heating up very well either. There's a spot, there it goes. I was like, there's a spot on here where it does heat up pretty well. Just kind of touch my solder right there, and then just go like, really, that little drop we just did right there, and the solder, I mean, it cools down in a couple seconds, but let me see. So we got it in there. Doesn't feel like it's super solid yet, but now I'm just going to heat up that drop again. There we go. Let that cool down, and then we'll see. And now we see that we got a very good, very solid grip. So I just got to drop on top, and then I'll probably do it once more to get it down there a little bit more. But you see that I'm starting to catch like the housing too, so I'm going to melt that out a little bit. There we go. And that should be good for everything we need. Let's take a look. Yep, very solid. Now I'm going to do one final test, which is just to address something that Jarrett brought up. He was concerned about there being a channel in between these two, which there should not be. So if I put a continuity tester here, and then if I touch it against this plate where it plugs into the speaker, there should be no continuity because we don't have a cable over there. Let me go grab my multimeter. So we have our multimeter here. We'll set it to continuity, which is down here. And essentially all that means, see how it shows 1 right now? If we touch them together and it completes the circuit, it should drop to almost 0. So if it changes off of 1, then we know we need to be concerned. So let's go ahead and we'll plug this into the white one here. And then we'll plug it into the red one here. And you see it's still showing 1, which means that's not a complete circuit. Now if I come down here, hold on. There we go. Ouch. It's kind of sharp now. If I come down here and I touch the white lead, we should drop. And there you go. So we see that from this all the way up to the end, it's not like we broke or crimped or hurt the cable in any way, shape, or form. We have a good lead. And then once again, if we come over here and we touch the black side, it should stay at 1, which it does. So we have a good connection. It's seated very well, and we don't have to worry about anything like between the two channels where the leads go down that our solder might have crossed and caused issues down the road. So this is not ready. Because of the issue Jarrett had, I will just help him hold this when we put it in. But let's get back out to the truck. Something that I didn't notice and Jarrett didn't know about is that we come with speakerphone in this kit. So it looks like it just loops right around the outside of this ring. So what I'm going to do is, I think, slightly smarter than how Jarrett did it. I'm going to go ahead and start peeling this, and it doesn't really look like there's any spot where it needs to be like flat or anything. It's just a matter of like fighting it as you go around. So I'll peel off a little bit, get it started, and then I'll just slowly peel back a little more as I go, so I don't have to worry about any of the other, any like this being sticky, because he just ripped off all the backing. But if you just go a little bit at a time, it does make it a little easier. See guys, I'm not even in the comments and I'm pointing out stuff that Jarrett's messing up on. And then every now and then just rip off your stuff so you don't have a bunch of like tape that you're, backing that you're fighting against.
At least my truck doesn't sound like that.
What,
that
like a gasser?
Really
Keep snipping back tiny bits until it fits, which should literally be right there. Then we just tuck that little tip down in there. And that's all there is to it. And then Jarrett's going to show his to try to see if his looks better.
Comparison?
Yeah, we'll do a little comparison.
A little side by side?
That's not a bad look. I mean, I think they both look good enough for the job. He's got to break all these apart. because it comes in like a big roll with both of them together. So just pop them all apart. And come back to this top side. Now it's time to just start going around again. 3 out of 4 done. 4 out of 4 are done. And this one's going to go up front in that door, Jared.
Totally forgot how difficult this was last time. Especially with these wires.
Okay. Where?
Up top. Thank you, sir. It's always more fun to work with a partner, and he's actually kind of good. This is the part where you say, well, don't you want to test the speakers first to make sure they work?
Nope. I mean, it's 2 plugs.
Foreshadowing.
2 plugs. What could go wrong?
I hate you. It's just seat covers. What could go wrong?
Well, apparently in that case, quite a lot.
Green was bottom. Gray, second bottom. Blue, top. Yellow.
Woohoo! All done.
So, I'm gonna peel off that. It's in your best interest to take off all the weather stripping. And pray that it comes back in as easy as it came out. Next, you see the top seatbelt over there. You just pull it. It goes up, not down. And you have this nice Torx T50 that my beautiful assistant is going to help me with.
So I just went ahead and took that T50 bit, Torx 50, and as Jarrett said, right up here, the seatbelt clips, you just fold up a little latch and then take it off. Did the same thing over there.
And over there, I'm going to show you why we pulled the weather stripping out. That while I'm here, I'm going to pull this one up.
And you can see right down there, right there, is where our speakers are going to go on the other side.
Hey! Oh, that's why that one didn't want to come out.
Rusted. Well, it's a Ford.
A Ford? Rust? No sirree. And I'm pulling the weather stripping off of this too, because you know, it's a Ford, it already rusts. You don't need weather stripping. It's just extra weight. So anywho, part of the reason why you have the weather stripping off is so you can have extra
Places to grab.
Yep. Oh! Woo, what was that? Was able to pull on this hard enough to get it to come out, and now you can see the speaker. Yeah, that's what we're taking out, so that's good. We've made it this far. Marvel at the YouTube video with great precision, as you can see everything that I'm doing as my fat arms get exactly in the way of the shot. But realistically, you're unscrewing a bolt.
And that is a size 5.5 socket you used for that, correct?
Yep, 5.5 millimeter. Okay. I don't think that was the hole it was in. Oh, was it? Now, to see if I can actually get this back in the hole. I cannot see this at all.
You'll figure it out. Okay. Next up's that what, T50?
No, weather stripping back in.
Either one could go first, technically.
Yeah. Oh, those are thorns. Okay. Okay, you know what? That went a lot easier than expected. There's a gap. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it bother you.
Why not fold that the other way?
Huh?
Why not fold it? There you go.
Because I'm not at the right angle for that. Okay, Peanut Gallery, you get to climb over from the other side. This is the point in time where we hope everything works.
I'd like to say that, you know, this made your truck look different, but at the end of the day,
It doesn't do anything like that.
yeah, you got all that. But let's kick it on, see how it sounds. Not too loud.
We can down the road. So we're punting to December.
So we couldn't show you guys any of the actual sound because it's all copyrighted music that we were using. But also, you guys didn't hear it before, and I doubt the GoPro would pick it up very well. But what were your thoughts on the before versus after?
Significant improvement. The mids before were super washed out. There was like no thump to it at all, not even the mids. And I'm not trying to say that I need like a ridiculous amount. I need to shake everything, but I would like to feel something instead of it just be pretty much all treble. But now it's got just a little bit of bass to her.
So
it's exactly what I wanted because it don't have an amp. It just has the head unit in there that came from the person before it. So I wasn't necessarily worried about getting speakers that are gonna be like super high quality stuff. I just wanted a improvement over stock, and I have to say it's at least a 100% improvement.
So for how much did you pay, and do you feel that amount is worth it?
For all 4 speakers, I paid $176.
And that was with the adapters and everything needed? Okay. And I assume from talking to you that's worth it? Okay.
Yep.
So just a cheap, easy, this took us what, like an hour and a half to do all this?
And that's with, you know, the one set of...
Yeah, having to solder it and all those issues.
Yeah.
But overall, definitely easy, definitely a good move. And since it's a Ford, we're going to get the fire extinguishers back in there.
Still have a lot to do on this truck in general.
And the other vehicles.
Yeah, a lot to do on all the vehicles. But hopefully Trailblazers will be sold soon, so no videos about that. But anywho, if you want to watch us struggle to do basic things that any regular mechanic or other handyman person can do, please join the channel. I guarantee you there's going to be more videos. Guarantee you I'm going to say more stupid stuff. I'll be here. I'm going to make Matt wear more embarrassing shit than that cupcake sprinkles outfit he put on. Diesel pack out.